Welcome to another video, the second video that I've put together for my KS3 students that looks at composition. The first one was looking at the essential nature of composition. If you didn't see it already, you can take a look at it on this channel, but it's really the key point is that composing music is really just exploring sounds and combinations of sounds. You don't need really any technical knowledge at all to begin composing. Come up with stuff that you like the sound of, that sort of strikes a chord with you, has some sort of emotional value, whatever. The idea of this video is to look at one of many hundreds of possible processes. It's for those of you that have seen the first video and are still really anxious and worried about getting started, taking your first step in composing. You're worried, you're thinking, what does Sir want me to produce? How on earth am I supposed to do that? You know, I haven't got training on a musical instrument, this, that and the other, and I just don't know where to start. I've looked at the video, I know he's saying just play around, but it isn't working for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you one process that you can use for any of the composing homeworks that I set at Key Stage 3. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to find some words somewhere. You could write your own words if you wanted to, okay? But please don't use your composing homework time to do that, because writing words, although it's a part of the songwriting process, if you decide that songwriting is your thing, it doesn't actually create music in itself. I've had in the past students hand me just a set of lyrics, in other words, words to a song, and there's very little musical content there that I can mark. There are sort of implied rhythms when you read words, but equally you can take words and apply lots of different rhythms to them that all kind of work. So it's very difficult to mark music. Words, lyrics are not in themselves music. So if you want to write your own words, that's great. But if you haven't got much time, find some somewhere. You can find some words maybe in a poetry book or a poem that you particularly like that you could look up online or what have you. Or you could take some existing words from a song. I should say find some words from a song that already exists. But don't do that if you already know what the song sounds like, if you've heard the music before. It's much harder to rewrite a piece of music than it is to write it in the first place, because you'll keep falling into the original tune, let's say, or maybe you'll be judging what you're doing as you're going against a complete song that's already become great. You know, that's tough. Okay, so let's do that. Let's find some words and see how this process is going to work for us, how we're going to turn some words into a piece of music. Now look at that. Look at that. I've just so happened to have a book here full of lyrics. Now, I've got loads of books on music. This Oscar Hammerstein is a famous writer of words for musicals. He worked with musicians to put together musicians of the classical era Broadway shows. I haven't read this book. If I open it, I do know it's literally just full of his words, okay? So it's celebrating this guy's words. And we can choose something that just sort of takes our fancy, something that sort of suits our mood at the time, or what have you. Touch my hand and my arms grow strong. A lot of stuff that's really technically good doesn't do it for me. So I'm just flicking through the book to see if I can find anything that kind of seems like it might be appropriate for me to write some music to. That's really short and that's quite nice. Obviously a love song. We deserve each other, we deserve each other. I'll tell the world that we do. You and your miniature sparrow brain, I and my tiny IQ. We deserve each other. Let me tell you, brother, I am a difficult girl. I'm setting myself up for a fall in some ways here, because all of these songs will be absolutely well known by a certain audience and going to more than likely be a lot better than what I produce. But that's not the point. We're doing this to sort of experience what composing is like, get a little better at it. Okay, so just getting our words from anywhere is fine. I quite like that one. So it's a sort of love song, but it's comical, isn't it? Quite like that. Or love songs. It's a bit old-fashioned language for my taste. Oh, look at that. I know that one, so I can't use it. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Probably recognise that one. It's a very famous song from Oklahoma. That's the one. We deserve each other. We deserve each other. I'll tell the world that we do. You and your miniature sparrow brain, I and my tiny IQ. It has a natural rhythm to it, doesn't it, already, just as you read it. We could get sort of a bit weird with our rhythms. We deserve each other. We deserve each other. That's really weird, isn't it? Because it doesn't sort of naturally bring out the rhymes that are in the words. So to some extent the words will constrain what we do. But there's lots of different approaches. You know, we deserve each other. We deserve each other. I'll tell the world that we do. You and your miniature sparrow brain, I and my tiny IQ. We deserve each other. We deserve each other. I'll tell the world that we do. You and your miniature sparrow brain, I and my tiny IQ. Now look, although we're following a set process here, there's still lots of room for creativity, and that's really important. You know, if you're going to enjoy composing, it's a really creative process. Okay, a big part of the fun is making it original, making it yours, coming up with your own stuff, making your own creative ideas. So one way that we can start this process is we can just read it rhythmically without singing it. Okay, just reading the words. Another, if you can do it, might be to actually sing little phrases that just sort of pop into your head. So if you can do that, if you can come up with the tune at the same time as the rhythm, fine. Doesn't matter which approach you take, whether you start with a rhythm and then you start exploring taking it up and down pitch, or whether the whole melody, whole tune, which is rhythm and pitch at the same time, comes into your head. It really doesn't matter. It takes you to the same place. Okay. So there may be some particular phrases in the words that you've chosen that kind of strike you as you kind of just feel you know how you would want to sing it. Incidentally, don't worry if you're thinking, I don't like singing, I'm not a singer, I don't want to sing. That's absolutely fine. When I look at this piece of work that you give me, I'm not marking you when you're singing. So if you've been out of tune or whatever, or you haven't got a beautiful vocal tone, whatever, completely irrelevant, because I'm just looking at your musical ideas. So when you sing through this stuff, all you're doing is showing me your ideas. So don't think I'm singing, oh my Lord, somebody's going to see me singing. Not really interested at this stage, okay? That's more to do with performance that we do in class. Then I'll be looking at, if you choose to sing, I'll be looking at the quality of your voice and how that's improving. Or perhaps you'll decide to play an instrument instead. But for now, it's just a tool, you know. You're just singing through ideas. You don't have to show me anything until you go, I'm reasonably pleased with that. And again, it's not about being pleased with how brilliant a singer you are. Not relevant. It's about, have you managed to communicate your melody, in this case your idea. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. So just take a little phrase there and sing it in as many ways as you can. I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. That your greatest mistake will be me. That your greatest mistake will be me. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. Now, let's assume we like that version. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. What we'll do is, just with that little phrase is enough for us to find our tempo and our beat that we'll maintain throughout the song. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. Okay, in this case, we've got 4 beats in the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. Okay, and certain words are stronger than others when we sing quite naturally. I'll make them really overtly, stupidly strong. But I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. Okay, very obviously I'm emphasising those beats. That's quite a natural thing to do. And that helps us find the start of every bar in our music. And we can divide that into beats. There's this heartbeat that we've talked about in music. Boom, 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 boom. It's a regular beat that just feels like it fits nicely under whatever it is we're singing. Okay? But I just want to be certain for the greatest mistake will be me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I 2, 3, 4. Sir 2, 3, 4. That your greatest mistake 2, 3 will be me. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tap your foot, flick your fingers, whatever. Conductors have certain patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4. So down across your body, out and up. I just want to be certain that your greatest mistake will be me. Now at this stage, don't worry if you don't like what I've done. It's irrelevant. I'm doing it really, really quickly to make a point. You'll come up with something that you think is quite good, and it doesn't have to be perfect either. You know, if you come up with something you go, that's really good, brilliant. But what you've got now is you've got this pulse. So you drop that phrase to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, at a certain tempo, the speed of the beat tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to use that beat to help you sing ideas for the rest of the song. So let's go back up to the start of this song. We deserve each other. We deserve each other. I'll tell the world that we do. You and your miniature sparrow brain, I and my tiny IQ. All right? Just having that beat and an initial idea helps us sort of find our way through the rest of the song. It's coming together just by having that general feel and the tempo and the beat, 4 beats to the bar. There's a lot of information there already, okay?